metal and wires. The room in there is entirely like carved out of ice, with some metal reinforcements. And yeah, that is what you see.
I'll check the computer terminal. Is that also malfunctioning?
No, this computer terminal seems to be on a different, I don't know what you call it. It seems to be working like relatively well. It hasn't been smashed like the other stuff.
And it's probably on a hardwired network or something.
Right.
Okay, so I will, assuming that I'm still feeling the noise myself, I will log in the old-fashioned way, using like a keyboard or whatever I can find.
Rightio, and you have the access passcode, so you are able to do so. I'll describe this console for you. So it is a intricate series of buttons and screens. There is one button that stands out amidst them all. It is a big red button. It has a plastic cube casing around it.
It's a button. It's a button that ends the adventure.
Right. So
Don't press the button.
There is a little what do you call it? Sticky note thing. Like you put on cubicle walls and stuff. And written in pen is self-destruct.
In pen.
In pen.
Well, I'm glad they labeled it.
You see a part of the console next to the button, which looks like it has had some wear and tear. And it looks like maybe the proper label for this has been scratched out or worn down.
Okay.
Can I find any kind of data or files?
Yeah, so this console is designed for the neutrino telescope readings, which this sphere appears to be. It is designated Astrid 2. All of the data is neutrino in its orientation. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to you.
Okay. Are there any? There are no written log files or like annotated data.
So there is timestamps of when the data has been entered, and each timestamp ends with when the next timestamp is going to be, like the next scheduled recording. And the one that should have happened didn't happen like a couple days ago. Coincides with the time frame that you were given for when the attack occurred.
Yeah.
So there was definitely an interruption of data here.
Warden will say, what do you guys think that is?
The giant sphere thing?
Yeah.
Well, I said it was a telescope. I mean, it doesn't look like a telescope.
The telescope's not even in this building.
Be.
The telescope's over there.
The giant sphere thing? Is it
would
a
that
computer?
giant sphere be under the telescope hole?
No. This building, if you switch back to the map, just for a second.
Yes, 1 second.
So we're here, and the telescope is a couple meters that way. So I'm assuming the telescope equipment is here, and unless it's attached by a tunnel.
Right. It pretty much coincides with this being under where the telescope thing is.
Got it. Okay. I was confused. Thank you.
No problem. The geography of this place is a little odd, just because it's hard to have it be super accurate, but yeah.
So I guess it could be the underside of a neutrino telescope. given that we have no knowledge whatsoever about how a neutrino telescope is built.
I don't see any corpses here. So where are the other researchers?
Is there any more to this underground area?
There are 2 doors leading from the room you're currently in.
Mac, want to go examine the rest of the area with me?
I
Are there any manuals in this room?
That is an excellent question. Why don't you roll your search, which is just perception based, unless you have the search specialization.
Nope.
Is this an extended test?
Yeah, sure, it can be. Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. I think it is because you can like keep looking.
Yeah, of course.
I'll want to keep looking.
So I was gonna let you have it with 2 successes anyway, just because it's kind of easy to find. So you find one of the doors is labeled storage. The other door is labeled lounge. You have a pretty you don't find an instruction manual in this room, but you have a pretty good feeling like that. It's always the last place you look, and one of these has got to be the last place you look.
Is it under the seat?
No, it's not. It's not in this room, but you kind of feel like.
Okay, I'll check
probably...
the storage.
Okay, so you open up the storage room. Roll initiative. No, I'm just kidding. So you open up the storage room.
Shit.
And it is exactly how you would envision a storage room being. It is chock-a-block. But there is a portion of this which is dedicated to instruction manuals.
I found the instruction manual.
I am going to look through the storage room to see if there's anything useful in there.
There's a lot of useful stuff in here. It's mostly like replacement parts, like stuff you would need for repairs is in here. Tools. It's basically the equivalent of like a number of toolkits.
Okay.
As
So
well as
nothing-
various like, winter rations and winter clothing and winter well, not so much winter clothing, but like sheets and stuff like that for bedding and things.
Okay. So we could use these for camouflage later since they're white. But we don't want to do that at the moment. So we have 2 doors.
Right. At this point, I would like everyone to make me a audio perception at a -6.
I do in fact hear nothing.
Ooh. Don't know if I'll have enough.
Do I have ears? I don't remember.
Nah, I can't make that test.
Okay.
Too busy sustaining. You're still invisible, by the way.
Okay, good.
So we keep bumping into Fury during the search check.
So, yeah, you don't really. You hear like a couple rocks. Something falls from the ceiling in the neutrino telescope room. Like a ding as something clangs off the metal. But aside from that,
As something climbs up the metal?
yeah, like something fell from the roof and dinged off one of the metal bits.
Oh, I thought you said something was climbing the metal. I'm like, oh lord.
No, it's like a ding, like something fell, like a rock, a pebble.
Hell. Ghost, what was that?
Alright, well that confirms this place is haunted by ghosts. I think we should go get paid.
We still have 2 doors?
You have 1 door, so you
Oh.
check the storage room. You have one door that goes into the neutrino telescope room with the big hell sphere, and you have the lounge, which you have yet to explore.
But we can see the telescope through the window, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the only room we cannot see is this lounge.
Yes.
Which, if the process of elimination has worked, this is where the 6 other bodies are going to be.
Or the 6 other living people, or the hostile mercenaries, or
Someone
Anything
would have
else.
seen us, heard us by now if something was living.
yeah.
But that is a good point. I am going to fish out my endoscope, and I am going to quietly feed it underneath the lounge door to see if I can see anything on the inside. I will make a perception check.
Go for it.
I keep all those.
Okay. So you see a lounge area, sofas. It's a little more cozy than the one that was upstairs. It kind of looks like the fun place to hang out. Like maybe they came down here to escape the winds and stuff like that. Get somewhere
There's like
where there's not constant
cozy
howling.
AR games and crap down here. A fridge
Right.
for beer.
Exactly.
Okay.
But no
This is where
people.
we're gonna hide. I like it.
But no people in here.
Oh lord, I don't know where these people are.
Do I
So I
find
guess-
the instruction manual to the comm station?
You
You
find
should
an instruction manual to everything on this base.
Oh, great. Can I take them all along?
Nice.
Yes. And mechanically, this is going to be spending a day looking them over to learn industrial mechanic, if you wanted to learn how to fix this shit.
Okay, yeah. I actually have the karma to do that. If we need to.
I am going to open the lounge door because there's nothing in here, and this is the last place on the base we have not checked. We checked the generator room, right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so this is literally the last place on this base.
Yeah, it's the last place on Earth. Yep, luckily there is no grenade trap on the door, which you just carelessly flung open.
Oy.
Hey, I endoscoped it.
Endoscope would show you a grenade.
It might, unless the grenade was really well put.
Well, it would be. But yeah, so you open the door, it creaks open, and you confirm what you saw through the endoscope. Yeah, it's just kind of a cozy room. It's a lot warmer in here. It looks like they've got maybe more heating in this room than others.
All right, at this point, Mac is very confused. Mac does not know where these 6 other scientists are. There is no sign of the mercenaries. The only things that were actually damaged were the vehicles to leave, the 4 dead scientists, and the comm station.
It looks like at this point our only real option is to get the comm station repaired.
Yeah.
Worth a try. We've definitely got this much now.
While you guys do that, I think Mac and I should remain on high alert. This is not what should be going on here.
We should all remain on
And
high
please
alert.
make sure that no one pushes the self-destruct button.
Oh yes, we will absolutely make sure of that.
How will you make sure of that?
Here's the thing. I'm not a scientist, but why is there a self-destruct button on a neutrino telescope?
That is
That
a good question.
Is a
And there's,
fucking excellent question.
there's also one more thing we have not looked at. We have not looked in the elevator.
You also have not
I'll
looked in
press
the
that
elevator.
button. There's
Maybe
the
this
body.
is a
The elevator's pretty full of bodies, isn't it?
maybe this is like a Hangover 2 situation. Like the guy's just in the elevator the whole time. I'm probably the only person who watched that damn movie. So
watched it
I know what you're
so much.
talking about.
okay, so yeah, you hit the button, and takes a while. The elevator rumbles on down.
All right, everyone, let's stay back from the doors, mates. If they all fall out at once, it won't be a pretty sight there.
It's also, I'd like everyone to put their gas masks on, just in case something terrible happens. You know, it could be trapped.
Okay, so the doors creak open as you're all like gearing up, like pointing weapons at it.
There's like 4 laser sights pointing at these elevator doors.